Hey guys, today we're going to be working on learning the frets and the notes up and down our fretboards. And this is pretty important to know your notes because one, you're going to be playing chords in different positions up and down your fretboard. And two, if you're going to be playing solos or lead parts, you're going to be wanting to know where you're playing them, what keys you're playing them in, especially if you're going to be playing with other people. And so, let's get started. First, if you're a very beginner, you haven't really picked up a guitar yet, and you just want to know where to begin, first thing you're going to need to know is your open strings. Open strings are just these without being fretted. And so first, we're going to work on the 6th string. The open 6th string is E. Open 5th string, A. Open 4th string is D. Open 3rd string is G. Open 2nd string is B. And open 1st string is E. And so that's the very first thing you're going to want to learn. And once you have a handle on that, then you're going to want to move forward. Now, you're not going to want to take on all these notes all in one day. You're not going to want to try to memorize them all in one day because you won't get it. You're going to want to stretch it out over multiple days. Some people might even take weeks. But just take your time and learn it. And first thing first is to tackle is the 6th and 5th string notes. If you look at all the notes on all the whole fretboard, it's pretty overwhelming. So we're just going to go straight forward and go for the 6th string and 5th strings. Now there's a lot of guitar players that's all they really know, and they make a whole living on just knowing these notes and doing patterns off of these notes, and just soloing here and then doing 1, 4, 5 chords off of here. But I urge you to just move forward from there and keep learning and learn as much as you can learn about the guitar, because that will help you in the long run. So for your first day, after you've learned the open notes, I'm just assuming that you've moved past that. We're going to go with the 6th string and then memorize that, which is the E string. And so you just do E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, D, D sharp. So you just go up the frets. And a good thing to do, whatever, is like flash chords, whatever, cards, sorry. Whatever helps you learn. People have different ways to learn. And just take it one day at a time and then move on after you have a good grasp on the 6th string, and make sure you learn it. Don't just memorize it, just make sure you learn it and you have it, and then move to the 5th string and then do the same thing for that string, which is A, B, well, A sharp, B, C, and then just go up from there. You can go back to charts, and you can find tons of charts online. I'll put one up here which will have the charts with the chords here, but you can go back online and find tons of charts for the 5th string and 6th string notes. But go back and forth between the days until you have a good grasp on that, on these two strings. And then after these strings, we'll move to the D string, which is the 4th string. And then we're going to do a little trick here, which we're going to learn through octaves. Octaves, if you don't really know what octave is, it's just the same note played higher. We're going to learn to play on the D string by playing on the 6th string. So say you want to play a G, but you want to play a G on the D string. So you want to figure out what a G is on the D string. And so what you're going to do is you're going to place your first finger on the G on your 6th string, which is, in our case, is on the 3rd fret of your 6th string. And you're going to skip ahead 2 frets, and you're going to go down 2 strings, which is the D string, and then play that note. So that would be the G. And so it's the same note. And so say you want to play the A, you do the same pattern. Skip ahead 2 frets, go down to the D string. So that's how you can find notes. If you want to figure out the notes on the string instead of memorizing, it's a good way to just figure it out. It's kind of mathematical as well, and octaves are a really good thing to learn. And so when you switch to the D string, I urge you to learn octaves, and that way you're working on 2 things rather than 1. And then the next day you work on the 3rd string, and you do the exact same thing, but this time you switch to the 5th string and the 3rd string, and you'll go up, same thing, 2 frets, and then down to the 3rd string, so over, down 2 strings. So say you want to play a D, so you want to play a D, so a D on the 3rd string, so you'll go a D on the 5th string, which is on the 5th fret, and then you'll go down 2 frets and down 2 strings, and it's an octave. So same thing. Now it gets a little tricky. So say that you want to do octaves on the D string, the 4th string. Well, now the pattern's a little bit different. You're going to be going up 3 frets, but still down 2 strings. So say we want to play an E. So we'll go up 2 frets, and then down 1. And then, now all these patterns can be moved all the way up and down the neck. It's just to figure out notes. The same thing goes for the 3rd string. Say you want to figure out a note on the E string, the high E string, the 1st string. Say you want to find an A on that string. So you find an A on the G string, the 3rd string. In this case, it's on the 2nd fret. So you go up 3 frets, down 1. And it's right there. And so that's just a little trick for figuring out notes. It's also just a little cheat as well. Instead of memorizing, you can memorize the chord, the notes, the same way you did the 5th and 6th strings if you would like. But octaves are a really good thing to learn. They also sound pretty cool. I use them a lot in songs, so if you would like to just learn them, then I just encourage you to learn them. But take it slow, learn the notes, play around with the neck, and try to figure out where you are. Just, you know, figure out where you're playing, figure out where you land, and that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoy. Really have a good time playing around with your guitar and get to know her. So practice, guys. Have fun.